Muy buenas, ¿qué tal? Estamos aquí, volvemos a Sherlock Holmes y tenemos que ir a Silverton. Conservas. La parte norte de Conservas Finch. Vale, Chistera Jones. Y me estoy haciendo pasar por... Chistera Jones. Chistera, ¿verdad?
Do you know where I can find Friedrich Panzer?
And who the hell are you? You tired of living or just plain stupid? Leg it, you little ratbag.
Pero escucha, pero que voy disfrazado, gilipollas. Pero vamos a ver, puto subnormal.
Help me, please.
I would like to help a companion in misfortune, but I know nothing about this.
Sin un disfraz adecuado. Me he currado el disfraz de William Hart. Pues nada, pues muy bien, bueno, pues los disfraces funcionan un poco de aquella forma. Almacén número 3. Almacén número 2, almacén número 3.
The paint is fresh. This symbol was drawn recently.
No sé.
My cross-informer should be somewhere around here. Try not to mess it up, or you'll blow his cover.
Ciego del ojo izquierdo, asesino albanés. Espérate, no me cambies las cosas, tío. Esto forma parte de aquí, de esto. Perdí un ojo en el acto de servicio. Ex militar. ¿Cuánto por el pescado? Ojo de cristal.
Why do we have to pay them to look the other way? It's not like we can't just...
¿Quién está a sueldo de la banda? Policías. Eso está, eso está.
Why do we have to pay them to look the other...
Redadas no, trabajo sencillo no, policías. Día libre no. Sobornar. Seguir cobrando. Con este almacén. Vale, a ver. Este perdió el ojo, ¿verdad? Ojo de cristal, voy a intentar.
May I ask for your assistance?
Hey, you're a lucky man. I know about this.
He could have been more helpful, but all right.
Redujeron el número de guardias del almacén 3. O sea, en este no va a estar, digo yo. ¿Y ahora qué? No tengo más pistas, ¿eh? Pero es que este está marcado, tío. Ni puta idea de qué hacer dentro.
Damn it! If only the boss were here, he'd show them.
Si el jefe estuviera aquí. Pues he cargado un punto anterior. Voy a ir poco a poco. Voy a ir poco a poco, tío. Probando. Suerte. No se tiene que hacer así, pero, tío, yo qué sé. Ya que el disfraz no funciona, pues haber configurado bien el disfraz, hijo puta. ¿Sabes? Ven por culo. Tía, ¿cómo estamos, no?
Who the hell is that? Get him!
Take a rest, my friend.
Don't bother. The snuff's ready.
Too simple.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Don't cry, you'll live.
Time to knock this guy out.
Too simple.
The snuff's ready.
Don't cry, you'll live.
Give him the pepper snuff. You can overcome the brute now.
No more crime for you.
The snuff's ready.
O sea, es que yo me he puesto el disfraz de tío. Si no lo has configurado bien, pues macho. Truquito.
It's all yours now. Go for it.
No, gilipollas, que lo vas a matar. Espérate.
Don't give him the pepper snuff.
No, vale.
I thought we were against murder.
Bueno. Ese no era el jefe, eso estoy seguro.
Too simple.
The snuff's ready.
I'm coming.
El jefe.
You can overcome the brute now.
Take a rest, my friend.
Ole.
Whew. Panzer is captured, but alive. Now, to report to Miss Sertle.
Perfecto, entonces a esto ya da igual, vale.
I deduced the location of Friedrich Panzer and was able to apprehend him.
So I heard. What a coup. Congratulations are in order. And a new article in the paper. Perhaps sterling stranger squashes smugglers?
How kind of you. I'm sure with little more thought you will land on the perfect headline.
Huh? With a little more thought, you're no writer, Mr. Holmes. Leave it to someone who knows what sells. Since you're here, Mr. Holmes, how about an interview? Strictly on background? Get to know the real you. Mycroft is rather tight-lipped, as you know.
Information is Mycroft's currency, and he does not disperse it lightly. He will tell you a barefaced lie without hesitation if it advances his cause. As for your request, I'm afraid the real me pales in comparison to your vivid imagination. An interview would do us both a disservice.
Perhaps it's best to let the mystery be. Now,
Hostia,
on
sí,
to
sí, sí,
other
sí.
matters. We have another case for you. Are you interested?
Por supuesto.
I'd never hear the end of it from Mycroft if I declined, so please, Miss Sertle, fill me in.
I cannot. Your brother insisted that the contents of this envelope were for your eyes only. I can merely wish you a clear mind and a fleet foot.
Interesante. Tendero desaparecido. Un libro. Encontré un libro del autor FD. Extremo este de Zeto Street. Extremo este de Zeto Street. La Old City. Zeto Street, extremo este. Residencia de Bonifacio y Mercurio. Ah, pues mira, pues lo he encontrado sin querer. Pues de puta madre, pero no voy por ahí. Estoy haciendo esto antes. Atalaya de Aba. Nope. Nope. Por ahí nope. Sí.
What's up?
Al extremo este de Zeto Street. Librería. Librería.
A bit dusty. Hasn't been touched for a couple of days.
Pásate con tu par favorito y mételo. Pistas clave conseguidas. Todas las pistas conseguidas. Las botas, ¿verdad? Sí.
You did wear your favorite boots. Such devotion. Angelo's footprints end here, abruptly. Not a good sign. Someone had to stand here for a couple of hours at least. "11 cigarette ends of the same brand. Somebody spent some considerable time here.
Joder, 11.
A colourful piece of fabric as a bookmark. An elegant decision. This must have left a grievous wound. A hasty job by an amateur, but Angelo was taken by surprise nevertheless.
No me cambies. Tengo que hablar. Creo que tengo que hablar, espérate.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Of course, madam. Let me help.
¿Cómo que madame? ¿Qué coño? Ya 2 hombres hace unas noches. Uno tuvo que ayudar a otro que apenas se tenía en pie por... No. Las escaleras que daban a Castle Road, en Old City. Qué bien. Y se lo llevó. Hostia, que no me lo cambies, joder. Castle Road. Castle Road. Se vino por aquí. Por las escaleras, aquí. Que dan a Castle Road. Y lo dejó en un carro. Más. Sí, vale, por ahí el carro, pero... Hostia. Joder. Está cambiando las putas pistas constantemente, coño. Ahí está el carro. Hostia, a ver, sombrero, abollado.
Green silk, a bit worn and faded, but still an impressive hat.
Vendas.
Someone desperately tried to stop the bleeding.
Muchas
Found the
vendas.
place where they took Angelo.
Por aquí nada, ¿verdad? No, ok. Pues aquí va a haber fiesta.
I'm coming for you.
No more.
Hostia.
Don't bother moving.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Don't cry.
The snuff's ready.
No more crime for you until...
Give him the pepper snuff.
I couldn't miss the party.
Too simple.
The
Dios.
snuff's ready.
Espera.
Don't cry, you'll live.
It's all yours now. Give him the pepper snuff.
How do you do? No more crime for you until next month.
You can overcome the brute now.
Hijo de puta.
Overcome him. Don't.
Mierda.
I couldn't miss the party.
Don't work this way.
Pero ese no es un normal.
I couldn't miss the party.
Too simple.
The snuff's ready. Time to knock this guy out.
No.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Vale. Encontrado la guarida de bandidos. Sí, bueno, ahora esto es buscar. Angelo, no. Angelo tampoco. Ouch.
Severed finger. No one deserves such cruelty. An engraving inside. Together, always and forever. A primary instrument of torture. How vicious one must be to have to use it in such a way. The bandits had as much fun as they could.
Pero esto no es para salir. Claro, yo no quiero salir, cojones.
They were tracking down Angelo. Keys of different shapes and sizes. What could you open with these?
Las celdas, ¿no? Claro.
Bloodstains all over the mattress.
No puedo aquí, no. Fuck.
He sustained a great many injuries. They severed his
Es
finger while
él,
he was
mira la
still alive.
estrella.
At last, I found you, Angelo.
Tendréis que haber conseguido ya el libro, al menos haberlo localizado. El doctor SFD tiene una cubierta roja, escondido en alguna parte.
Mycroft should know about this.
Sí. Pistas clave. Pero no todas. Debe haberlo escondido bien.
Ah, the illustrious Mr. Holmes returns no worse for wear. And with a gripping tale to tell, no doubt.
While the matter proved rather simple in the end, I'm afraid the details are not for your ears, nor your readers.
How very tantalizing. Your brother asked that I collect your report, and a book if you obtained it.
Here is my report, and Miss Sertle. He will know if you opened it. I couldn't find the book. Mycroft will have to do without.
He is not someone accustomed to failure.
Well, if it truly matters, the man can go and hunt for it himself.
Is that it?
With Mycroft involved, I'm not sure I can say more. I suggest you take this up with him.
After all our time together, this is how the story ends? With a whimper? I thought you were a servant of truth, Mr. Holmes.
Bueno, mira, pues ya está. Ya, y esto ya está, se ha acabado. Vale, o sea, ahora vuelvo a Musa yendo de los mares, que no me acuerdo ni qué coño era esta mierda, espérate. A ver, entonces es... aquí. Sí.
Excuse me, young man. Where do you think you're going?
Greetings, Mum. I'm looking for the...
I don't care who you're looking for. You shall not pass. No visitors allowed.
I wish to buy a painting from Mr. Boniface Mercurio. Is he at home?
Dearie, tell me, because old age has made me blind. Did someone write Information Bureau on my forehead? Because I'm not here to answer your questions. Entry is for residents only. If you aren't a resident, please leave, or I shall report you to the police.
Puta borde eres, de verdad. Ah, disfraz, disfraz, ojo, disfraz. Vale, voy a ponerme como estaba antes. Me parezco ya más, ¿verdad? Sí. Vale. Me hace gracia que en los putos disfraces tienes que ir exactamente con la ropa, porque es gente que no cambia nunca de ropa. Siempre van con las mismas ropas. Siempre. ¿Sabes? O sea, mira, voy a hacer la prueba. Me voy a poner, yo qué sé, esto mismo.
No
Que te follen.
visitors allowed.
No pueden cambiarse de
Is that
ropa.
you? Old
Joder.
age does terrible things to one's sight. I didn't recognize
Por
you
eso
at
no me
first.
funciona el otro
How are
disfraz,
you,
tío. Tiene
Mum?
cojones,
I'm ashamed to admit that I've lost my key. Do you have a spare?
For heaven's sake, how many times will you lose that key of yours? Of course I have a spare. You artists all live in your own little world.
Please, accept my thanks.
I would rather accept your rent. You promised to pay me several weeks ago and I'm still waiting.
I will pay you, I promise, very soon.
You'd better do, my dear. Or else I'll just change the lock. And I won't fall for those cow eyes.
Llave del apartamento. Ah, vale. ¿Cuál coño es mi puta habitación? Apartamento 2. Aquí, pero ¿dónde están los números? 2. Ouch. Esta es la puerta por la que he entrado, ¿no?
The chest has been searched. Aunt May whiskey, brandy bucks. Quite a collection he had here.
Joder.
It appears the wine was truly awful.
Sangre, supongo.
Despite the overall tendency towards mess, you cannot sit with the drawer pulled out like this. Someone left it after searching. I wonder where he got that fancy camera.
El cuadro.
Red skin, tails on the back, reminds me of Werder's description of the stolen painting. Judging by post-mortem rigidity, the body lay here for 1 or 2 days. The wound is precise. It was inflicted by a razor or a knife.
Todo el cuello. Se arrastró.
Soaked in blood. It seems as if the puddle of blood was here before the rags.
Y el cuchillo.
A normal kitchen knife. Could be the murder weapon. The photograph was not pulled out in time. Such a waste of material. The photograph was not pulled out in time. Such a waste of material.
Coño, lo de arriba, ¿eh?
Look at this, John. Isn't it our stolen demon? The blood has dried.
I've heard of this style of painting. It is called expressionism.
Un momentito. Registrar, vale.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Ah.
Mercurio was developing photographs when the intruder snuck in. Mercurio heard him coming. While the thief was searching the chest, the painter ran towards him with a bottle in his hand. He smashed it across the thief's head. The intruder had no choice but to defend himself, and the weapon of opportunity happened to be a kitchen knife. Mercurio stepped aside to grab the painting, but the wine-blinded thief attacked Mercurio's throat. When the thief came to his senses, he saw Mercurio bleeding on the floor. He grabbed the rags and tried to bandage him, but it was too late. Why did Mercurio attempt to snatch the painting in the middle of a fight? To strike the intruder? Not with his painting, it was too important to him.
Dos pistas. Vale. Ya. Sí, la cosa es este cuadro.
It's time for some
Sí.
chemical magic, John.
Buah, verás. Este por dos me imagino lo que significa. Vale. Aquí. Espera, esto aquí. Porque, claro. No, más fácil, más fácil. A tomar por culo. Esto aquí. Ahora. No, espérate. Espérate que soy un poquito subnormal. Ahí estamos, vale, ahora sí, ahora este aquí. Este aquí. Este aquí. Y ya tenemos la respuesta. Eliminar la sangre del cuadro con productos químicos. Un bodegón del apartamento de Mercurio. Faltan los cráneos.
As expected, but that doesn't mean it won't tell us anything. Let's put it on the easel where it belongs.
Claro, faltan los cráneos. Falta un cráneo.
I guess this is his most ordinary painting. Spot the two differences, John?
De entrada falta ese cráneo.
If the intruder didn't take it, the skull should be somewhere here. Monster was actually a man. girl. John, you ought to be thrilled. We are now hunting the devil himself.
What were you saying, Sherry? I was too busy sketching the scene, you know, crimes and such like, daily routine. Did you find something?
A photograph. It depicts a man in a red suit with tails sprouting from his back and multiple people in masks watching the scene. It all adds up. But the act of love, it wasn't given willingly, John. It was a violation. And the girl, she was with child.
Give that to me now. Did you recognize someone?
No. Although the victim is not from Cordona, she is African. Look at the ritual scars on her face.
Get that image out of your brain. You have to continue the investigation.
I must speak to the landlady. Perhaps she saw or heard something.
Sherry, you cannot tell her the truth about Mercurio. It will hurt her.
John, that's illogical. Sooner or later, she will come here and discover a corpse, and I still need to talk to her.
Just avoid mentioning corpse, all right? Stick to the character, tell her to call the police.
I'll take that into account.
And wait here. I've redrawn the people in the photograph. Now you can proceed with your investigation without those horrific details.
La violaron. Hijo de puta. O sea, que el tronco este no es nada. Pero aquí hay un tronco. Hostia, la sangre, ¿eh? Ojo, que está allí ha llegado.
What's wrong, dear? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Can you tell me if anyone else has recently entered the flat?
Oh, you're talking about
Eso.
that limping man. I'm sorry I let him in. I was scared. And I thought maybe he would motivate you to find money so that you would pay your rent. No offense, dear.
Can you describe him?
Oh, so you weren't at home. I was so certain you didn't leave your flat that day. He was of average height, had a limp and a tattoo on his neck, and he was smoking Malpal cigarettes. My husband used to smoke those. They have a horrible smell I can recognize from a mile away.
Can I ask a favor?
Of course, dearie.
Please call the police and ask them to enter the flat. And don't look inside until they come up.
What? What trouble have you stepped in this time?
It really doesn't matter. Thank you, Mum.
¿Qué ha sonado?
Oh, Sherry, that was
vale.
close. But you did everything correctly. Now, take off your outfit. I can't let you walk around in a dead man's clothes.
Are you able to help me?
Sorry, but I've never heard of it.
Hostil. Amistosa.
Could you help me?
I think I can be of help.
Así que etnia de Whale. Bajo el Victoria Street entre Escaladio y Silverton. Escaladio y Silverton. Victoria... Victoria. Ah, claro, que tengo que poner encima. Soy gilipollas. Debajo, no me ha dicho. Campamento de refugiados, bajo. Victoria.
Beasts!
Murderers!
They're completely livid.
Murder! Beasts!
Sir, this place is off limits to the public. Please state your business or leave, or I shall request that the police escort you out.
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm a private investigator. I'm looking for a witness for a case.
A private investigator? Really? Even so, you're not authorized. I can't let you in.
And you are?
I'm Ronald Harlow, here to handle the refugee situation on behalf of City Hall. I'm the acting supervisor here, so I have full authority here to ask you to leave, or I shall order the police to detain you for trying to pass the blockade. Please, step back.
Joven oficinista cansado.
What about the murder that this crowd keeps shouting about?
It's mere assumption. I assure you that the situation is under the police's control.
I know you want to deal with this in the right way. You are obviously a professional and a responsible person, but you clearly have never handled a situation like this before.
I am handling it, Mr. Holmes. Don't question my capability here.
And tell me how you do it. You can't even calm this gathered crowd, and as for the police, they're not quite managing it either, are they? You consider yourself a problem solver, but until today, you've been solving problems sitting at your desk in a dark corner of a city hall room. Here, you need a more practical approach.
What are you driving at, Mr. Holmes?
I can help you to handle the situation if you're truly interested in solving things quickly and quietly.
And how exactly would you manage that?
Simply tell the police that I'm with City Hall and I'm permitted to investigate the scene. I'll work out the rest, but in return, I need your help finding my witness. She's a young refugee. She's with child or was with child recently.
Look, there is indeed a dead body inside the camp. So even if the girl you are looking for is there, all the refugees are now being detained and interrogated by the police. They won't allow you to speak with her, and I can't do anything about that until the situation settles down.
So it's in our mutual interest to settle it.
Oh. I suppose that things are bad enough that I ought not shy away from help. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell the police to allow you to come inside. Just tell me when you're ready.
Mr. Harlow, how did the refugees end up here exactly?
Oh, so you're not from around here yourself?
I've been away for some time, but I read the papers.
Yes, this whole story has been in the papers for almost a year now. They were smuggled to Cordona on a ship from Africa.
Smuggled? Then why didn't you deport them?
The smugglers managed to sneak them to shore and hide them inside an abandoned warehouse. When the police raided the warehouse and found the refugees there, the ship was already gone. We aren't even certain as to which ship it was. We have busy shipping routes with other colonies these days, you see.
So you decided to lock them up under a bridge?
There was no other option. We're still trying to work out what to do with them. I only hope we'll find a humane solution and not put them on a raft and float them out to sea.
Mr. Harlow, what exactly do you do here? What are your responsibilities?
What I do and what I am responsible for are two different realities, Mr. Holmes. On paper, I am in charge of the camp territory, security, provision, and the refugees in general. What I actually do most of the time is knock on every City Hall door trying to obtain some funding, or at least rations for the camp.
The police here on City Hall's behalf too?
They are, minus those who came here after the body was found. The governor won't let the refugees disperse into the island, so there's a significant police presence guarding the camp. Naturally, they answer directly to the police. I have some influence here, but I'm not their direct authority.
I'm ready to take a look at the scene.
All right. Go inside the camp and find Inspector Tewkesbury. He's the officer investigating the scene. Tell him I sent you. Say you're an independent expert from City Hall. He'll fill in the details for you.
I'll find my way with words. Thank you, Mr. Harlow.
Vale, bueno, seguramente este es el episodio ya número 2, seguramente, estoy casi convencido.